GameCube game?
Yeah. One
Bro.
Switch game.
There's 4 of them.
Hey, look at Alice in Wonderland for the Wii.
How much is it? I played the shit out of that game, $8. Bro, this one has the starters. I get confused though because like they say Pokemon Adventures, but then they have like different subtitles. So are they part of the collector's editions? It's crazy because they like actually have manga and stuff. Planet of the Apes, bro. I found this. It's not the prettiest. It's all 3 books in one, but it's $6. So I could read it. If I love it, I'll get a prettier version. If not, it was only $7, you know? And I found the first book to that one that I got on clearance. So I'm thinking about it, but we'll see if I find anything on my list. Lots of goodies. They also have this box set. And a lot of people like that series, and it's $27 for the 5 books, which isn't bad either, but I think we're gonna go look at the adult books. I found one Riley book. I wanted more than one, but they have one. And Brandon found this book.
Look good.
It has 3.5, so I threw it in the pile. I'm under $50, so that's the good news for today. They have the Cruella book. But I already have this book. But it's here. After Anna. I really want to get the after books, but I think my mom has them. So I'm just gonna get them from her house because I'm pretty sure she has them. Oh my god, Dumpling and Pudding. We watched Dumpling for $5. And Pudding is $5 too. That was a good movie. I like that movie. Feels a little bit like home. Oh my god, why is Call Me By Your Name in the YA section? I feel like this does not belong in the YA section. They had his other novel, but I just don't think I want to read about the dad. They also have Love and Gelato here, which I wanted to get, but it's $9, so it's not even like half price. Did you put it back?
Yeah.
These are like not in order and it's really bothering me. Cruella. I think I have this. I'm gonna be mad if I don't, but I'm pretty confident that I have that. I don't know. I definitely have enough books in the cart, but I just want to keep looking because it's probably gonna be a month or so before I come back to a half price books. So it's like I should stop. They have the book I wanted, but it's more expensive than on Amazon, so I'm not gonna get it here. I'm just gonna order it. And then they also have the Inheritance games, which was on my list, so I grabbed that. And I'm gonna take a look at more of these, and then we're leaving because I picked out too many books. Oh. Jackpot! What?
I'm gonna zip it up.
This was probably, honestly, the most fun that I've had at Half Price Books in a while. It was also super successful. Like, I got a lot of books that I am really excited to read and some stuff that was on my list. So we had about like 3-ish hours to kill, and I literally spent 2 and like 20 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes in Half Price Books. Brandon was with me. We were kind of joking around. He was reading the backs of books and like handing them to me and saying like, would you like this and yada yada. So I found a lot of really good stuff on clearance, and I found a lot of other books that I was looking for. I guess the first thing we will mention too is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides? I don't know. So this was actually outside the venue. So if this is anybody's book that's watching, let me know, but I saved the book and I'm gonna read it. I took it. Thank you! I just found it. It was sitting there when we were going in and I was like, oh my god, I know about that book. I've heard it's a really good book. I want that book. And Brayden was like, Olivia, we're not taking that book like inside the venue. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, because somebody just abandoned it. When we left the concert, it was still there. So Brandon was like, there's that book if you want it, just grab it. So I grabbed it. Let's get into the book. So I really wanted to get a Riley Sager book because I've heard so much about The House Across the Lake, which I'm gonna have to order because like I can't find it anywhere. And it was like kind of expensive at Half Price Books, so I didn't get it. But they did have this one, which was The Last Time I Lied. I'm kind of confused with the back though, because it says praise for Final Girls, and on the front it just says the author of Final Girls. So it's like, why would you put stuff about Final Girls on the back, you know? It doesn't really make sense, but this was $10. It is a hardcover. It's just about some girls that played two truths and a lie in a cabin, so, or a camp, I don't know. Seems interesting. It's a Riley Sager book. I've been wanting to read their horror books specifically, so I'm super excited. Oh, this is the second book from them too, so interesting. Kind of a niche find, but they had some volumes of Pokemon X, Y, so super excited. X and Y. They had volumes 4, 7, 8, and 9. I left 8 though because it looked like a dog like chewed the corner of it. So I just grabbed 4, 7, and 9. These are kind of just random pickups, but these are already so cheap to begin with. Like, they're only $5 a piece. So to find them at Half Price Books, they were literally $2.50. So guilty pleasure, love Pokemon. I have some of the collector's omnibuses or whatever for Pokemon Adventures. So, and I already had an X and Y volume that I got from thrift stores. So yeah, I decided to just grab these. I mean, they were $2.50. Why not? So we have volume 4, we have volume 7, and we have volume 9. They had a bunch of Pokemon Adventures too, which was super exciting to see, but I didn't buy any Vicks. I didn't need it. Next up here we have Rainbow Rowell's Carry On. I did get Wayward Son in my last Half Price Books video on clearance, so I knew I needed the first one, and it sounded pretty interesting, so I was like, you know what, I'll grab it. So this was $5.40. They did have a hardcover, but I didn't like the cover of the hardcover, and it was $10, so... Next up here we have 7 Dirty Secrets by Natalie D. Richards. This was a book that Brandon grabbed and handed to me and told me to see if I liked it. So this is like a little scavenger hunt thriller situation about a girl from her 18th birthday. So this is actually a YA thriller, but it was in like the adult thrillers, but when I looked it up, it's a YA one. It just sounds interesting. It looks like it'd be a pretty easy read, like the font size and stuff. Yeah, I also just loved this little, like, this right here for the 7 Dirty Secrets. It's definitely pulled me in, so we'll see if this is any good. I've been wanting The Summer I Turned Pretty, like, trilogy for a minute, and they had this. Now, this is definitely ugly and a bit impractical, but it was only $7, so I was like, why not, you know? This is The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy. I also think it's a really ugly cover. I like the box set covers more, but it's $30 for the box set. I don't know if I'm gonna love it or not. There's a chance I could just read the first one and be like, meh, maybe it's not for me. But even the first one alone is like $10. So the fact that you get all 3 of them for $7. I've been watching a lot of Booktok, not Booktok, but book YouTube videos where they mention Booktok, because I don't really have TikTok. And a lot of people are raving about this Caraval series or Caraval series. It's not Carnival, it's Caraval, but apparently this is a pretty good book, so they had it there. This is like the UK edition. The cover is stunning. Like, it is beautiful. I don't know. The cover pulled me in, and it just sounds like it's kind of like a mystery or thriller YA about like a carnival, not like a carnival, but like a circus sort of situation. Visitors become players. It just sounded like very up my younger years alley, so I wanted to grab it. So we have Caraval, which is the first one, and then we have Finale, which is the last one. So I don't have the middle one, and I'm annoyed because they just look so good together, and they look so pretty. I don't have the second one, and it's probably not gonna match. I'm gonna be really mad. But speaking of ones I was looking for, the Inheritance games. Heard a lot of really good things about this too. I love the Hunger Games. I love Twilight, you know, stuff like that. I've also heard this being compared to the movie Knives Out, which is a really good movie. So I'm really excited about this. They had the third one in paperback and they had the second one in hardcover, but it was still like $9. So I was like, let me see if I like it or not. So I just got the first one. When I was over there, I found this. Now, I didn't look up the reviews. I know nothing. Like, I didn't even read the back of it. Like, I didn't even read the back. It was just the cover. The cover got me. And it's Love in the Time of Serial Killers. And it literally says, can true love survive her true crime obsession? It sounds so good. As somebody who loves true crime and serial killer documentaries and everything like that, like, I'm just fascinated by the way that their brains work and by the things that they think aren't necessarily inhumane to do. I don't know. I love documentaries and stuff like that. It sounds like she's enveloped in this true crime world, so she thinks like her neighbor is a serial killer, so I'm really curious to see where this goes. But it does say that it is a rom-com, so I'm super intrigued. Now we're gonna move on to the clearance books, which were a lot of random impulse buys, but they were good. First one here we have Marvel Encyclopedia for Spider-Man. So this is a hardcover book on Spider-Man. Look at this cover. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Spider-Man. Y'all know he is my favorite superhero. We're actually going to see No Way Home in theaters again next week, which I'm really excited about. Clearance for $3. So I was like, why the heck not? So yeah. So on clearance for $3. I have a bunch of Spider-Man comic books, so this just felt like it fit in my little home. Similarly, they had True Blood Volume 1 all together now, which is a like graphic novel adaptation of the TV show that's based on the books, because all of these characters are definitely drawn from the TV show actors and actresses. So yeah, I don't know. This could be, I don't know. Like, is this necessary? Probably not. But yeah, this was on clearance for $4. So I snagged it because I have all the Sookie Stackhouse books, so I was like, I'll put this on the shelf next to them. I got The Walking Dead. This is book 3. So I used to have the omnibuses, and they did have the first omnibus, the big chunky boy, for $10, which was crazy because I swear I paid like 60 bucks for it way back when. But I didn't get it. I did get this though. This was on clearance for $3. Again, it is random. It's book 3. Am I ever probably going to read it? No. But it made me think of when I had all of these. And I think I've actually already read this. Yeah, I've read this one. Because Michonne is in here in the prison. So I read this book already. I mean, I don't know what's in the first omnibus necessarily, but ooh, there's some like colored art in the back, which is really, really cool. Super cool. So yeah, I've already read this. flipping through it. A wee little stack of some books that I grabbed. So the first one we have here is Diary. This is by Chuck Pheonixx. I have no idea, but it's the author of Fight Club and Lullaby, so I think this is like a little horror book. It just says that this is a scary and profound look at our quest for some sort of immortality. So I'm intrigued. I also love how the pages are like handwritten, like the numbers. So next up here we have This Mortal Coil, and there is a sequel to this, which is This Cruel Design. It is kind of like a virtual dystopian situation, I guess. So I kind of just grabbed it and I liked the cover of it. Stung here, this is by Bethany Wiggins, and I coincidentally got the second book to this, which is Cured, at a like discount like bulk bookstore. So they had the second one. It sounded really interesting and I was like, I'll look up the first one, I'll get on my Kindle or something. But they had the first one on clearance for $3. This is a second chance romance, and it's The Girl He Used to Know. And it sounded really interesting by the synopsis on the back. It was on clearance for $3. Basically sounds like this couple, you know, went to school together, they fall in love and everything, and something tears them apart, and then here we are a decade later and they bump into each other. So I was like, you know what, sounds cute, I want it, I grabbed it. And then the last book we have here is Queen of Hearts, Evil is Rising in Wonderland. Purely bought this because I love Alice in Wonderland, and my favorite video game is Alice Madness Returns, which is like an evil Alice in Wonderland. So the cover, the art just sold me. It's probably not that good, I don't know, but yeah, it's like an evil Alice in Wonderland adaptation. This was $3 for the hardcover. The cover is really cool, so is the spine and the back, but purely bought this because I'm biased with Alice in Wonderland. That's everything that I got from Half Price Books, so definitely a big haul. Very successful. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like my Half Price Books videos, please be sure to give this a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe down below. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.